Smooth changes as always, as we are back, obviously, and we are back with the Elite tier. A little bit of time has passed in the qualifying already, but no one is out yet. Drivers are patiently waiting, unlike ourselves. I think Dan and Professor Borlap might still be joining. Meshik has left the session. Not necessarily the best sign. Let's see where this is going. Bikops has joined. Why has Bikops joined? Was Bikops signed up for this? I can't remember him in the sign-ups at all. What is happening here? Why is no one driving? Do I have to check the Discord? Where's my phone? What up? I mean, it would have been too easy if there was no complications and stuff, correct? So let's see. There are some messages in the Elite tier general. I think it's 2. Okay, apparently we are redoing the thing. So yeah, amazing. But we will go. Is still loading as Meshik and Domi was. Yeah, I think everyone was still loading, right? Yeah, I think like there have been a bunch of drivers who were having trouble with getting into the lobby, and it has been a while since we had our decent Codemasters incident. But I create unranked for my friends, please. Let's click the real one. Zap. Lop. How do you think Ferrari will do? I have no clue. But I hope they do good. Yeah, I don't know how exactly this is gonna go. Let's go Ferrari. Yeah, more Rocket Sundays teams up on top, and the Alpha, Fabian Gaming of course. Still added as well. So much stuff happening. My head hurts. What do they want from me? 14 drivers, we're getting there. $15 drivers, let's go 2 more, theoretically. Where's Dan? Oh, I'm sorry, I think I'm getting sick. There's Dan. And there we have 17 drivers, so I think let's go, ladies. Oh, we have 18 drivers now. Interesting. Who has joined apart from that? I think 18 is the actual signed up number. Bike Hops in the Racing Point. I've missed that he was subbing in there, but Gesundheit, danke. Anyways, we will be going ahead. And I hope we will be going ahead this time around, as the first time has not worked out as well as planned. And we're running slightly late, but not much of a problem, I hope. And this looks like a dry qualifying, but it looks rainy in general. Maybe we see some rain in the race, I don't know. 18 drivers on the grid. Gonna be fun, I'm sure. I think the guys to especially look out for is the Williams and... who else? To be honest, driver-wise, Inferno Lewis is right up there with the big boys. Dummy and Rage Quit, with the 4 quickest times, I think, in the signups. All belong to them. But apart from that, Lewis is right behind. Meshik, of course, has been champ before. And is still the reigning team champ with Harrison together. I think that might change with that strong Williams lineup, but yeah. There is still a suspiciously long time with nothing. Okay, finally. I am relieved. What a blessed moment we can race. And we have Dummy coming out first immediately. Oh boy, the weather. Starts light rain. Oh! That sounds interesting indeed. Light rain in the start only. Would be interesting. Would be interesting. Courtesy between Noof and Bike Hops. Never thought I'd see the day. Well. It's going to rain in a few minutes. Oh shit, so you have to like go out quick and do your thing. Do your quick lap, hot lap, whatever lap. Otherwise it's likely that you will be ending up in the rain, right? It's looking like it's gonna be raining in a few minutes. Dry quali, wet race, getting dry at the end. Okay, interesting. So basically everyone should be going out on the softs. Well, apart from Alex apparently, who yeah, chose to go out on the mediums nonetheless. Correction, in 15 minutes quali is wet. Interesting. So it is going from a dry to wet and then from a wet to dry. Interesting for sure. I'm looking forward for this. We have a bunch of drivers on the outlap. Dummy, of course, has the big advantage of having the free air, no one ahead of him. And his teammate, Rage Quit, is immediately behind him and has quite some free air as well. Weather is all random, yes. I think like F1 has some kind of an algorithm, so it does not... Well, so it's never sunny in Britain or stuff that like would be unrealistic. Rainy Bahrain, for example. But yeah, theoretically it's put on random. Well, since Dummy has bottled it, we might be in it with a Rage Quit here. Who is gonna be the first one to set a time lap, and I assume this one is gonna be quite fast. Rage Quit previously has been driving in the Renault, and I think has come second or something in the championship. If not second, then third. He was certainly up there with the other guys. Dummy, of course, the driver's champ, his teammate. So these two will be absolutely deadly as a team. I would not say I assume we'd see like some kind of a Merc dominance from them, but yeah. And this is already 1.3 seconds quicker than the quickest pole lap in, well, the pole lap in Challenger. It's not 1.3, but it is 1.2. And the other times are coming in. Inferno Lewis, half a second, a little bit more behind. Curzon Dennis, currently sitting in P4, or 5 and 6, but yeah, there's more times coming through. Let's see what... let's see what my Steam overlay can do. I was about to say let's see what Noof can do, but he splits the two Ferraris in his Alpha. Maybe Fabian? Yeah. I mean, quick shout out to Noof and Fabian, who chose Ferrari as their first option for a team, but gave it to Ferraris first. Well, Ferraris first in Rocket Sundays, obviously, in Curzon and Dennis, because, yeah, as previous Ferrari team, they would have had the right to stick with Ferrari, but, yeah. Nice little move, and now they are on the Alpha. A little bit of a weird picture to see, to be honest, as I only know Fabian gaming in the Ferrari. He's always been driving the Ferrari. But yeah, Alpha it is now. To be honest, Alpha is my favorite car, like from the looks. I just like the white and red thing. Oh, and do we have like... Is that raindrops on the car? Or on the camera? I think it's starting to rain already, so it's time to get the last dry hot laps in. I think, by the looks of it, Rage Quit might be in a very, very good position. But if that's so, then, well, we might have a little bit of a boring time for the next 10 minutes, because no one's gonna be able to best that time. Let's go, Ferrari. Hey, Cursor with Nest. It's still the same times, but there's been quite a bunch of drivers between them now. Meshig's gonna be interesting. Well, his lap is invalid. Whoop. Harashun. On the other side, he might be one of the last drivers to be able to complete a lap on soft tires and have it not that it is absolutely garbage due to the wet surface. I think the track was probably starting to get worse and worse. But, well, better now than never. He's probably still gonna get a decent try into this. It's raining. It is raining. Or at least it's starting to. Don't know how wet the track is already. But yeah, Harrison seems to have not too many problems so far. Keeping his car under control quite nicely. I assume he's still gonna be a little bit slower than the previous drivers. And well, I wonder if Rage Quit is gonna go out on another set of softs to try one last hot lap. Oh, Dommy's on a hot lap as well. We will go over to him once we've seen Harashun coming over the line. Decent time here, very, very decent time. P4 for Harashun. Looking good. Meshik just started another time lap, and now we will head over to Dommy, who doesn't have a lap on the boards neither. And Dommy and Meshik are probably well, two of the contestants for the win here, so that would be quite interesting if one of them would end up somewhere in the back of the field, as well as Dunk on You and the Merc. And Dommy goes P4. Dunk on You in the pits, as mentioned, but I kind of didn't hear myself. A Red Bull in the top 3 at elite level. Well, this game is unrealistic. Yeah, it seems like Pro Ibaka is doing quite well here. And Fernando Lewis has already retired his car, currently sitting in P2. Meshik, oh my god, I think he ran out of fuel. Oh, that's such a yikes. I think he was in for a good lap and then he just ran out of fuel, and now he's probably gonna be sitting all the way in the back of the field. Oh my god. Let's see what Nuve can still do. 0.7 seconds slower in Sector 1 already. I think the time has come where it is not possible to drive quicker laps on these dry tires. Yeah, he has to slow down in this part that is usually taken flat out. Yeah, we see drivers retiring left and right. So I assume everyone's surrendering the chances now, as Nuve is 2 seconds slower already. So he's not going to be improving his time neither. Dunk on You is on an outlap. It's gonna be interesting. On medium tires, that is. Yeah, apparently he's feeling quite comfortable. Or confident at least. I wonder what he can do on these tires. Certainly sliding a little bit. A little bit would be underestimated, exaggerated. English is a difficult language. Actually, English is a pretty easy language, but I don't know the words. Anyways, Dunk in P18 currently, and the medium tire, trying his best to, well, wrestle his car around these corners here. Not too bad of a Sector 1, I think. That can be done 2 seconds quicker or something. But, yeah, considering for, well, the fact that he is on medium tires in difficult conditions. Well, 55 seconds I think is a decent time over here. I probably I do not remember the times. Okay, well, now is the point where his hot lap is officially cold. Quite a bunch of drivers are retiring. I think they have been looking at Dunk and wondering if they might improve their times as well, but now realizing pretty quickly that this won't be possible. Yeah, Blaze is not quicker neither. Everyone else is sitting in the pits. Cherry is out on the Inters. I doubt he's doing better than the other guys. I think it's still too dry for Inters. But it's too wet to go fast. So yeah. People visiting me, doing strange things. But hey, there's okay. Back to the game. Yeah. What can I say? It's not much going on anymore. I think Dungonyu with his 20 seconds slower time. Not gonna be too happy about that P18 starting spot. Of course, he's a great driver and might be coming through towards the end of the race, as he has the class to go through on that changing conditions. Start in the rain, of course, going to the dry tires. The right time to stop is going to be quite easy to quite easy. Well, theoretically, it's quite easily determinable? Question mark. As DRS activation and deactivation is usually a good sign for stopping for inters or, well, dry tires. Pointless to go on inters. Yeah, to be honest, I think if everyone would just retire, it would not change much. As there will not be any position changes now anyways. And since... Oh my god. Oh wow. Spinella. Since... Well, everyone is going to be starting on inters nonetheless. Yeah, it is... Well, it does not matter on which tire you did your qualifying, nonetheless. So, I assume none of the drivers in the pits will be coming out. I mean, if we could just retire everyone, if they look at the stream, then we could save ourselves a couple of minutes. If you want to get some practice in on inters, of course, that is, yeah, you're free to do that. It is qualifying nonetheless, and you could theoretically use every last second of it. But yeah, we only have 2 minutes on the clock nonetheless, so it's maximum 2 laps for the guys out there. Which is going to be Fabian in the Alpha and Alex in the Red Bull by Corps and Newf. We'll be chilling in the garage a little bit, as it seems. Well, have we got topics to talk about? Anyone wants to address anything about real life Formula 1, about Formula Sundays? Any predictions maybe for the race, as I am pretty sure the order of the drivers here will not change. I mean, if Rachel can get away well, I think he's a good candidate for the win. On the other side, he is a driver that does pick up a bunch of penalties sometimes, so not necessarily a good feature for your driving, I think. I'm noticing there's a theme among the non-retired drivers. Is it the never surrender drivers? Prediction turn 1 crash. Yikes. Kurtz is winning and then is second. Doubt, but fair. I mean, sure. Would be interesting to see the Ascension squad, speaking like Arch and Dave, matching up against Kurtz and Dennis, who are Ascension as well in Rocket League, are they? I'm like getting mixed up with the ECC teams or wherever they come from every single time. But yeah. Noticing a theme among the non-retired drivers. Maybe drivers are still going. Hey, Slipstream! Speaking of them, they are. Okay, welcome to the Formula 1 stream, or Formula Sunday stream. Opening race, of course, quali is about to end. Just a few drivers left on track. Dummy Rage Quit Harashun. Okay. Me and Dave are no assisting. Ah, yes, you told me about that earlier, so that's gonna be tougher for you. But hey, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun experience to see you grow over the times, as I am quite sure that this is gonna happen. Alex retired, Fabian Gaming, and Newf, the two alphas, are the last ones on track. Bicorps in the pits. Is enjoying his time in the dry. Dummy has the line. Yeah, I think without the line I'd be absolutely lost. Like, totally lost. If the guys outside the top 10 don't start on hards, I lost my trust in that league. Well, the race start is wet. I doubt that they should be starting on hards. I'm pretty sure that they will go for some kind of wet tires. Hey, yeah, I only use corners as well, but still, like, without the corner lines, I'd be dead. Well, Newf is the last driver here. Barry and Katze are from Ascension. Well, I missed a bunch of messages here. Hopefully Div 3 final went well. We look forward to helping next. We do. I'm looking forward to cast some 3s again. That's like... Well, no, I would never say it's better than 2s, because 2s is just the mode for me and for Rocket Sundays, of course. But 3s are always like a spicy mashup, and the games are very high class, so hell yeah, Saturday's gonna be big. And I am loving it already. So, Newf is returning to the pits, so it's gonna be the last driver out there to, well, stop his wagon. To be honest, his time wasn't even that bad. 3 seconds slower is not too bad, to be honest. But yeah, as soon as he has reached his pit box, we will be heading towards the race, and I'm looking forward to that. Changing conditions is always spicy AF. There is much room for errors early on. And, well, at the same time, not much room for errors, as the first turns are crucial. Quite difficult to drive, I think, in the wet. You just slide wide a little bit on the inside line. Well, a bunch of drivers will have a problem. But yeah, Rage Quit taken pole by a mile. Everyone here only had one attempt at a soft tired lap, as it started to rain early on. And he's done the best out of it, taking P1, followed by Infernal Lewis, Proibaka, Dummy, with the pretty late lap, almost in wet conditions already. Still up in P4, Harishun and the AlphaTauri, ahead of Rakes, and I did not get the time to run through the rest. But we're gonna see that anyways, as we have the formation lap ahead of us. A little bit of extra time to, yeah, prepare for what's gonna be coming in the very near future. It is still raining, as said before. It's gonna be dry towards the end of the race, if I have read the message by Fabian right. So yes, at some point we will get actual racing, but up to that point, I think it is crucial to not do many mistakes and just, well, keep it clean and keep it taco for, yeah, the first few laps. I don't know when the point is gonna come. I'd love to see like weather or something myself as a spectator. I still don't know why that's not implemented. But yeah. That's how it is, unfortunately. Let's go for... Wait. So it's raining, but it's not raining enough for inters. That is interesting. Most of the guys are going for softs. Maybe it's going worse in the beginning. Then they go for inters, and then it's another soft stint. That's gonna be interesting. If they are driving on the softs, it's clearly raining. I mean, or is that just the bug, or is the tires just... It's too bad that you can never be sure in this game if everything is intended, or rather not. Well. Gonna be an interesting start nonetheless, because like soft on somewhat slippery conditions will be spicy, I think. We've seen several drifts to turn 1 and 2 in the Challenger tier already. I think Percy made a very big impression of that good old drifting. Jack in the house. Lewis do be pretty fast now. I mean, Lewis is pretty fast. I mean, always has been. I think he's spending quite some time in time trial as well. But nonetheless, if he does not make the mistakes, he has the potential to be up there with the big boys. Obviously, I mean, he's been standing in Jack's shadow a little bit as they were teamed up together. This should change with him and Dan H though. Like, I wouldn't want to be too rough to Dan, but I think you could describe them as Leclerc and Vettel, maybe? And, well, it's obvious who's who. He just got unlucky last season. Yeah, to be honest, I think he was involved in something in every single race, which was a little bit unfortunate to see, but he's still a great driver, and I'm looking forward to see him start from that P2. And Pro Abaca, of course, coming back in here, or at least I do not recognize that in-game name. In P3, right up with the big guys. It's gonna be spicy as well. So, lights are going on. Let's walk to someone in midfield. Oh well, let's do that. When they go away, and lights out. A little bit of a delayed start as usual, as that's a bug. And everyone is going away. A lot of sliding going on. Good start, oh my god, by Rage Quit, and a little tap on Dummy, who gained 2 positions on that opening turn. Drivers running wide in the back. There's some action happening. Can't like capture it all, but I think overall it's been looking pretty clean. Crew has been dropping down by a bunch of positions. But yeah, everyone survived the first few turns, and I think there's the train forming now. Slight tap on the rear by Bicorps and Kurtz, but Kurtz stays alive in the rain. Dennis and Dan H go through Rakes, who might have had a little bit of a... Well, he's been going off track for a little while. And well. I mean, further down the grid, the medium tire starters have all formed up, as I think they have a disadvantage in conditions like these. We've seen Verstappen in Germany 2019 really struggling on that medium compound in mediocre conditions, as everyone on softs was apparently somewhat fine. Where do we have some battles? Sector 3, yellow flag. There is the Alpha of Fabian Gaming. Standing not on track, further in the back. Oh, that's a nice perspective actually. So many cars on screen. Yeah. Let's head up to the Williams, I guess. Williams are running away, Mercedes style. 1.6 seconds ahead already, but still close together. Dummy with an absolute banger of a start. He made up 2 places immediately. Infernal Lewis lost 2 on the start as he's been sliding into Dummy, I think. Of course, difficult to get the traction on a track in conditions like these. But well. We see Alex being very, very close to Garando here. He's following up him immediately. Oh, and there's overtaken between Dan H and Dennis. Dennis will have a chance to come back around the outside, or will he, as he goes slightly off track, loses all traction on the left rear and slides past, or well, behind Dan H. Garando pushing up on Harashun, who has lost quite a bunch of positions as well. Wonder if he has... Yeah, he has front wing damage. I think his front right is not looking the way it's supposed to. And his front left neither. Or am I just blind here? Okay, no, he has both sides. The ring is apparently just supposed to look like that. But yeah, Garando is pushing up on Harashun. Wonder if DRS gets activated in the third lap if, well, everyone is absolute Merc vibes, yeah. If everyone is on the soft compound, it can't be that bad, right? Yeah, we have some small groups of 3, maybe. Oh, oops. We have Jack passing Cherry here. Rake's on intermediates now. So that makes me wonder if they really if it's going worse first before it gets better. But that wouldn't explain the medium starters if it was supposed to get worse immediately. It would be pretty likely to just be soft starters all the way. Well, Dummy's still fairly close. We don't have DRS activated, I think. 0.4 seconds behind here. I wonder if they are actually gonna engage into battle, because I wouldn't say this is like Rosberg Hamilton, but both of these drivers are very quick, and both of these drivers have the potential to become the next Drivers' Champion. If I would describe it, I think Dummy is rather the Hamilton, whereas Rage Quit could be described as the Rosberg. A little bit more inconsistent, but nonetheless a big driver, force to reckon. And well, they are still all alone up on top. Let's jump to Newf maybe in the Alpha, who is currently stuck between, well, a bunch of drivers. Slipstream Train going out down. Jack and Dunk representing Merc like an all-star team, considering that's meant to be a lower end team. Yeah. I mean, both Jack and Dunk, like some of the key figures of season 3 and 4. Well, obviously, one of the key figures is Jack for sure. Both are not signed up for this season, as there was no spots and they kind of missed the date, I think. Probaka is doing quite well up on top there. I mean, he can't keep up with Dummy and Rage Quit, but so far he's left the third quickest man on time trials, Infernal Lewis, behind him. Did not get past so far. I think the Nage and Dennis are not through yet. That little overtaking maneuver earlier might have given Dan the lead for now, but he's certainly gonna have a comeback. Sooner or later. Well. To be honest, it's quite difficult to go for overtakes in, well, the rain. You kind of need the DRS to just get close to even do a move in the corners or something. I'm a little bit disappointed they delayed the regulation change all the way up to 2022? 22? Yeah. Because this next year is gonna be like one more year of Merc dominance, and then, well, we finally might get like something excited out of F1. Newf and Curse are going at each other as well, as he can't really go past and think further in the back. Fabian and crew are having the time of their lives as well. I wonder if Rakes is quicker now on the Inters. He's been on them for 2 laps and does not necessarily look like he's gaining much time. I mean, theoretically, he should be gaining time, as it is DRS is deactivated, so on paper, Intis should be quicker. Oh my god. Spin by Blaze there, and Meshik goes through. Claim that P12, but I think Blaze is already on the way again. And Dennis and Dan, once more. They're gonna come into direct combat, but Dennis bottles it on the exit there. Might be a chance for Gorando coming in here. But yeah, he's too far away as well. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. That was probably quite loud. Disgusting feeling. Oh, Lewis and Probaka, let's go to the outside perspective. Please give me something closer. Oh, DRS is activated. I just didn't see it. Inferno Lewis going through on the inside. Dummy is pitting already. Wonder for what? He's going for the hard tires, so I assume it's gonna be dry for the rest of this session. Dangonew's going very slow, is going into the pits as well. Probably will need front wing exchange of some sorts. And there's still a big train from P5 up to P10 basically. And Dennis and Den-H are going at it once more. We will stick with these guys for now. Never mind, let's go to them. Same position, Dennis losing out once more. Gorando is lurking behind them, waiting for a potential move here. Just narrowly behind Dennis. Well, of course, the entire train is gonna get DRS. Ooh, sliding all the way across the track here. Wonder how Dummy is doing on the hard tires. But he's apparently closing up to these guys quite well. Or at least to Meshik. Might he be going for a move here? Yes, I think we will switch over to him. As he should get DRS. He does get DRS. He has the tire disadvantage, of course, but maybe this is, well, less of a problem since his tires are fresh. He's going around the outside. Big lock up there. Can he? Yeah, he sees. Oh my god. Yikes. That is a major F. Well, not very worth stopping for that hard tire if he has to replace the wings right now. Oh my god. Okay. What a way to end your first race of the season as the reigning Drivers' Champion. I mean, Hamilton did it. I compared him to Hamilton earlier. What a fitting comparison, apparently. As he got caught in the trap as well. But yeah. That is a major F. Well, we're with Dennis in P7, who's following Gorando still. Wait, what did happen amongst them? Gorando has gotten past Dennis, and Den-H had the opportunity to open up the gap a little bit more. And, well, what is happening apart from that? Probaka has been pitting. Bicorps is looking decent in the Racing Point now, P3 currently. Obviously still has to pit, but so does everyone else around him, apart from, well, Probaka is the first of the top runners who pitted, who's still alive. Dummy, of course, crashed out and he's gone. Rage Quit makes it into the pits safely. Second Williams will not die yet. We're gonna see Gorando very, very close to Den-H. Would get the DRS, but decides to go into the pits as well. Fern Lewis takes the lead as Bicorps pits 2. Quite a bunch of pit stops, so it's gonna be interesting to see where Probaka is gonna be coming out. only a second away from Crew there. Now they're going through. Still ahead of Kurtz. He is not ahead of Rage Quit, which was to be expected. I think the real battle here is between Probaka and Inferno Lewis, so it'll be interesting to see where Lewis is once he has pitted. Probaka might get the advantage of getting DRS on the back straight there, which is potentially gonna gain him some time. Lost front wing would certainly not gain him some time. And Dungani with the quickest lap on fresh softs in P18 currently has to fight a good way to get back into the point scoring positions, but quite a bunch of the drivers ahead of him have not pitted yet. So Probaka and Crew. Probaka should have the advantage in pace and tires. Would be good for him to get past there somewhere soonish, as he needs to make up time on Inferno Lewis, of course. I doubt Rage Quit is gonna be catchable for these two guys, as he is almost... Oh no, wait, that's the wrong McLaren. Okay, he's catching up to Dan. He's not caught up to Inferno Lewis yet. Probaka has not much of a problem going around the outside. Can he find the braking point? Yes, he can. And Crew does find the braking point as well. Does not take Probaka out. Now, it's gonna be interesting. Lewis is just exiting the pits, if I saw that right. Sector 3 yellow flag. Fabian Gaming is not on track anymore. And I think Inferno Lewis has made quite a successful undercut. Not that he has been behind Probaka, but surely gained a bit of time. Rage Quit versus Dan H. Not much of a problem going around the outside. Like, with Rage Quit and Dummy, it's sometimes just baffling to see how much quicker they are than anyone else. You think that they can't even, like, gain that much time in a short amount of track, and, well, they just drive around the other drivers as if they were parking. Dan H left without chances there, but to be fair, as soft tires should be going into their knees sooner or later. Corpse is going for the move on Jack, has the way superior tires and will be through safe and easy to claim P4 again. Meshik is up there at the moment as well, but he still has to pit. No pit stop done for him yet. Bikeops though will have to pit again, as well, as he's been soft so far. Probably gonna go for the mediums and, well, stick with them to the end. Almost 10 laps done, and Rage Quit is still in a comfortable lead. Yeah, I think the next driver who could seriously challenge him is probably Lewis on his hard tires, and that's a good 15 seconds or something. So... yeah, still a while. Rain is getting weaker and weaker though, so we are getting closer towards the dry track and closer to better racing, I guess. As I think Gorando and Dennis are having a bit of fun again. Dennis with the way superior tires, of course. And yeah, times are dropping 1 second quicker of a quickest lap than the lap before. And that's a good indicator for a dry track again, I guess. Yeah, Dennis will run away here. Not much of a chance for Gorando to take a shot at a revenge overtake there with his inferior tires. Cursor is probably launching an attack on you somewhere in the foreseeable future. DRS straights are coming up and he's not too far away. Let's see that Ferrari with the Alpha. Almost like a real F1. Battling them. Well, it would... English. Yeah. Kurtz is gonna be advancing Newf at rapid speeds. Can he break past down the outside? He's side by side. Newf had a very unfavorable racing line, which means Kurtz is very close now. Ooh, there was a touch on the rear end. And Kurtz has lost parts of his front wing. Certainly not ideal. His teammate, by the way, setting the quickest time just immediately behind them. Bikops and Meshik is gonna be a battle that we can look forward to. I think the rain has entirely stopped now and the track is in complete like dry conditions now. Oh, Kurtz has left the session. Yikes. So this is an on-track battle that does actually matter a bit. I think both of the drivers will be pitting for their last set of tires somewhere around the same time. I wonder how far the mediums are able to go, as yeah, I would assume that they can go something around like 10 to 13 laps maybe. I don't know. It should be possible to race that far with them. To be honest, yeah, Meshik's tires are not the newest anymore. Bikops has a quite easy time getting past him there. And yeah, I'd love to see some of the medium starters pit sometimes soon, so we have some kind of an idea how good these tires actually are. RageQuit is setting fastest laps currently, so even though he's getting chased down by Bicorps on these soft tires, he is doing decently well. Harishun with another quickest lap. It's been the second for him in the last 3. Bicorps getting us those points. Hell yeah. I mean, he's certainly trying his best. He's still... I think he's on a different strategy than everyone around. As I don't know how far Meshik and Jack will go and if they go to soft or maybe to the hard compound. So depending on what they choose, it's still gonna be tasty later on. Oh, Probaka with the spin lost his rear end a little bit there. And there is the Tokyo Drift. Rakes in the Renault with the quickest lap on hard compound. I don't know if hard is the quickest compound right now, but RageQuit and Rakes are setting fastest laps. Even though Rakes is down at the end of the line. He could go through to the end though, I think. 16 laps is very well possible with the hard compound. And if 16 laps is possible with the hards, I think, yeah, 11 to 12 should be somewhere around the dying point of the medium tires. RageQuit, hard tires, fastest lap once more. He's doing quite well to expand his lead up on the top here there. Bikops can't really get any closer, but he matches his pace. Not really getting that far away. Obviously, RageQuit has the advantage that he does not have to pit anymore. So yeah, that's that. Let's jump down the order a little bit. Dennis and Newf will find crew sooner or later. As they head through Sector 1. Ferrari, of course, fighting for the points here, as Newf is for the Fabian drivers. Think he's clear on pit stops with everyone except for Lewis, so he's 3rd net position right now, but we'll see. Yeah, RageQuit should be... I mean, RageQuit should be through anyways. He can go through to the end. He does not need any more steps. I think you're talking about Bicorps, and yes, I have to agree. I mean, he has the advantage that he will gain time on Lewis, since he will have the better compound. He's probably gonna go for the mediums in like 3-4 laps. As I don't think he needs to go for hards. And yeah. And good evening to Mario. Seeing you joining us right now. Meshik goes into the pits on 13 lap old mediums, and I think Crew does the same on the same distance of mediums. Meshik going for the hards. Yeah, can go through the end with these. And it's Dennis New. Yeah, I was talking about Bike Ops. Rage Quit is just gonna zoom to the dub. Yeah, I think so too. Quite unfortunate what happened with Dummy. Don't know what exactly happened there. If he just lost concentration for a bit, or the hard tires were just not good enough that early on. But yeah, that spices up the championship a little bit, potentially. Ooh, Dennis around the outside. Has the inside line now. Newf leaves space to the inside. Dennis can't go through. Dennis should be pushing Newf quite hard at the moment, as he has the better tires. As ERS is on overtake for a surprisingly long time. Wonder how that's gonna be working out for him. Gets the better traction on the exit, but I think Newf had the better line to just get more speed out of that car towards the big boy straight. Well, behind Dennis we have Gorando as well, so he's zooming in too. A little bit of a three-way battle. Still gonna continue a little bit. And we are over the half of this Elite race, and so far, well, Rage Quit looks pretty much uncontested. Bike Ops is in a very good spot, but I think mainly because Meshik has already pitted, so Bike Ops really just has to care to not get undercut by Meshik. But at the same time, I think if he goes like 2-3 laps longer, he's in a good window for mediums, and well, then he just has the better tires for the end of the race. So his two-stopper working out quite well so far, I'd say. I don't know where he started again, but I assume he's gonna be quite happy with the top 3 position that he could potentially have if he pulls his strategy off. Over here though, still fighting for the lower end of the points. As well, Gorando does not have to pit anymore. Dennis and Newf will likely have to pit though. Newf gonna go for the soft tires. I think Dennis has gone soft so far. Gorando's lurking. I mean, Dennis has lost that 1 second window, so he's not gonna have DRS on the next straight. Quite sure. Okay, well, he's coming to the pits. I was about to say, I'm quite sure we're gonna see overtaken on Gorando's side now. Now, we have Bike Corps coming out of that pit lane to join behind Meshik. Oh my god, that was a big miscalculation. Ah, that might have cost him a lot of time. I mean, not only might have, but will have cost him a lot of time. But he's gonna zoom back towards Meshik sooner or later. Harashu now fighting Dan H here. Has the way superior tires as well. I think he's still gonna be pushing for some kind of, well, at least a middle points finish. AlphaTauri, of course, previously have been the team champions. Dan H does not look like he can defend for much longer. Harrison gets the way better exit. I think he might even take him on the way. But yeah, he gets the slipstream, has overtake activated, goes around the outside. Well, if you can say that on the straight. But here he will go through, not much of a problem. NH should be behind by a good margin, and is behind by a good margin, as we see Garando and Newf battling for that's P5. Garando can go through on these hard tires, I believe. Think will be close in the end, but shouldn't have much of a problem. So he is in a favorable position, as Jack will definitely have to pit again. Wonder if he wants to go for a one-stopper with the soft tires. That would be insane. He would need like around 2 laps more, maybe, on those mediums. I have no clue how old they are, but apparently he can hold on to Lewis at least. And well, that one-stop strategy might be opening up the opportunity for a reasonably high points finish for Jack as well. Ah yes, and that should have been it for Newf. Garando with overtake and DRS leaves him no chance. A little bit of a lock up there, but nothing too serious and nothing to keep Garando from overtaking Newf here. I think Newf knows that he's gonna stop another time, and he does not necessarily battle it out too much. I mean, to be honest, Jack is going 17 laps on mediums and he's still going. If Newf can do the same and just go through, he might still be in a reasonable spot. We're gonna see. Let's head over outside the top 10 for once, as there is a little thing going on between Crew and NH. But yeah, how's the tires looking? Slight advantage for Crew here. He's of course chasing Dan. Would be a good start to the season of Crew. Of course, he's been the Challenger Tier champion. And well, a points finish would be decent for someone like him. Obviously joining a way higher competition from nothing. What do I see here? AlphaTauri Red Bull battle. But I don't think he's gonna come close enough to go for a move, and I don't think he even wants to do that. He's probably aiming for the main straight here. Has way fresher tires, of course. Alex should be a good chunk slower. Yikes. Harashun chasing 4 more points there, ending up in at the barriers here after a little bit of a spin. Crew is in that top 10 position now, or is he? Yeah. Has gotten past Dan H in the meantime. And well, it's looking decent now. I don't think he has to stop anymore. No, he doesn't. Can go through the end to the end quite comfortably on these hard tires. Kurtzer having an eye on Dunk on you, but I think Dunk is running away from him. I think he previously has set the quickest lap overall, as the new soft tires, of course. So he's gonna be on a run for the top 10 as well. I think that is fairly possible. Only a second behind the next driver, and apart from that, well, apart from Dennis, everyone else is just a second ahead as well. So yeah, still battle for the last points. I think up on top, it's looking a bit different. but Proibaka's coming closer at Jack. I mean, Jack has to pit nonetheless. I highly doubt that he can go to the end. No, he can't. He has to pit. So Proibaka is currently, realistically, like, effectively in P3. As Jack has not pitted yet. He's still driving on his old mediums. I think he's driving the mediums longer than anyone will drive the hard tires in the end. Which is a, let's say, supreme display of skill, maybe. We'll probably go into the pits at the end of this lap, because I think 8 laps is a reasonable amount of laps with the soft tires to drive. And Proibaka might go ahead to take the clean air away from him anyways. So I think he's not gonna want that. Will he go? Yeah, I think he will go. Wait, he will not go into the pits just yet. I wonder on what percents his tires are. Ooh, he's going for the move around the outside, just uses that fine margin there. Ooh, Proibaka on the inside, but now Jack has the inside line. I mean, even Proibaka's tires are old already. Oh, there has been a spin. It's not been Nuve. Nuve is still going. Oh, Bikeops and Meshik are very close together as well now. So this is gonna be a little bit of a three-way battle that will be quite spicy as well, as Meshik, of course, is on the weaker tires compared to Bikeops. Bikeops is on the better tires compared to Nuve. But Nuve is gaining because the two ahead of him are battling. Sector 1, yellow flags. Again. Seems to be Denage. With the spin there. And retired. And well. Proibaka has gotten past Jax again. I wonder if Jack's gonna pit now. If there's a safety car because of the Denage retirement, that's gonna play into Jack's cards majorly. But there is not. So Jack is probably gonna go to the pits now. Yes. Interesting. So 20 laps on mediums to go on an absolute charge, I think, for the soft compound now. Wonder where he's gonna end up. He has the pace. He has not shown it in qualifying, as there was little chance. He actually didn't drive qualifying, right? So yeah, Alex in the pits as well. So he's gonna be coming out with Crew somewhere there. No, behind Crew even. Behind Harashun as well. Or does he? No, wait. He's already out on track again. Okay, 16 seconds behind Nuve right now. Let's see where that is after like a lap or two. We're gonna see. Bikeops has not really come closer to Meshik to maybe go for a move. Granda, to be honest, has to be an honorable mention here, being in P4 currently. I think he started quite far down the grid as well. A little bit of a yellow flag in Sector 3, but nothing really happening there. It was just the alphas. And Nuve is losing out heavily. I wonder if he had the spin in Sector 1 a little while ago. 6 seconds down to Bikeops, but I think he's just losing time as well. Wonder if he has front wing damage. That might be a reason. Actually, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, he seems to be planning to go through. Okay, Jack has taken 5 entire seconds of Nuve in one lap. He has no damage, so it's just his very old tires. But yeah, apparently he plans to go through to the end. Back to Bikeops and Meshik, of course. ahead of them. Gorando does not seem to be the quickest man on the track currently neither. Both Bicops and Mashik have a slight tire advantage on him. Oh, well, Bicops has a big one, but Mashik has a slight one as well. I think they're catching him. Ooh, did Proibaka run deep there? Wait, Ragequit is going... Okay, yeah, Ragequit can go for the pits whenever he wants. So he's going for soft tires as well to take that extra point for the quickest lap. As, yeah, he has every option to do so. Lewis should not come close enough to challenge him. Ooh, Mashik sliding majorly there. Bicops is right at his rear still. And, well, in 2 laps, Jack has gained 8 seconds on Newf, so that's paying off majorly so far. He's gaining a little bit less to Bicops and Mashik, etc. But he's still gaining a lot of time. 132.9. That's gonna be a real battle for the quickest lap now, as Ragequit is added as well. Actually, we might just, like... Do we hop on Ragequit for a lap? We might. Just, like, witness one practically hot lap at that point. There's a lot going on amongst the field right now, as Bicops is still just narrowly behind Mashik, should have a good chunk of advantage by tires still. But he can't manage to zoom past him on the straights. Gorando and Proibaka are getting closer and closer together. Gorando actually seems to go through, as Proibaka on the mediums is struggling as well. He's willing to go all the way to the 20 laps on his tires. Okay. That was weird. This is not how F1 cars work usually. But yeah. Let's just stick with Ragequit. A second quicker in Sector 1. Well, you can do that sometimes. I mean, his previously best time has been on the hards, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there's quite a bit of it in it. Well, a bit of time in it for him to gain on this one. Well, since all the anticipated overtakes have happened in the last lap, we might as well stick for him. Yes, he's 2 seconds quicker than his previously best time currently. Gonna engage into some sweet overtake motion. See? Yes. Accelerating out of that long right-hander. And we're almost putting all energy out towards the end of the straight to get the maximum speed in here. And well. I think that might be low 131 maybe? Maybe even quicker. Yep, 130.8, 3.4 seconds quicker than anyone else. Jack's gonna be shaking his head at that. And that's how you do it. Just gained 3.5 seconds, if not 4, on Inferno Lewis in this very last lap. Yeah, that's how it goes if you have fresh tires. Harashun and Crew are gonna meet soon, as Harashun has the better tires, has the slipstream, pulls away to the right side, has an easy time going past here, or does he? Crew trying to go for some kind of a switchback, but can't really make it stick. He's gonna have the DRS nonetheless, so might go for a counter move on the end of that straight here. Harashun driving snaky lines a little bit here to stop the slipstream, and does so quite successfully. Stays ahead for now. Let's see, Jack should be approaching New fairly soon, who has not lost out to Bicorps anymore. 3-second time penalty to Meshik. Might be an opportunity for Bicorps to still push past, but Meshik is speedy at the moment. Generally speaking, quite quick. And, well, Jack is just gonna fly past New. What an advantage of speed that is. Almost looking like a real F1 Merc and Alfa Romeo matching up against each other. Oh my god, that looked a bit scary on New's side. But yeah, he's beaten quite easily. 3-lap-old softs versus pretty dead mediums. Not much of a chance. And further up the field, Meshik has caught Proibaka, who has the same problem on the very old mediums, whereas Meshik's hards are still presumably in a very good shape. And Meshik setting a personal best in Sector 1 on these hards. Looking good to catch driver up in front. Ooh, Alex in the soft tires further in the back is clearing some ground as well now. Chasing after Dennis. He will only have 2 laps to get what he wants. As he needs... that's gonna be very tough for him. But Meshik might still have a chance for that P4. I mean, he has the time penalty, so that's of course not gonna help him in the end. As Rage Quit has just started his last lap, so that's gonna be the closing stage of this first race. Proibaka is beaten by Meshik for now. I have to care to not get caught by Bicorps. I mean, it's 4 seconds, but nonetheless, tire advantage should be quite big on Bicorps' side, as it's only the half of it. And there's the 3-second time penalty for Proibaka, which will, I think, prevent Meshik from dropping down behind him again. Time penalty, of course, coming through big time for Meshik here. Just when he needed it the most. And, well, where do we have the man in the lead? Currently advancing Sector 3, he's gonna take it home nice and easy. Has almost made up that pit stop time window that he had above Inferno Lewis early on. Again, entirely. So yeah, he's gonna be cruising towards the end. He doesn't run out of fuel or anything, but I highly doubt that. Oh, and there is an Alpha. That has been spun, apparently. And the checkered flag comes out. Rage Quit takes win and number 1 in the elite tier. Who's still reasonably close? Oh yeah, Alex. Oops. Damn it. I just wanted to switch to Alex and then I forgot to press shift and we missed it. But yeah, Alex is absolutely flying past, going for that P12 now. Lewis coming through. Gorando is through. Meshik. Proibaka will not regain that position. Ooh, Bicorps very close, 0.2 seconds behind Proibaka there. As we see Jack coming over the line as well. Newf will claim P8. Or will he? Wait, where is he? Oh, that was Fabian. I was wondering, like, if he was the guy, like, driving the wall. Oh, he will not claim P8. It's gonna be P9 instead. Crew in P10. Dennis will come through at 11th for Ferrari. No points for Ferrari in their very first appearance over here. And, well, we're gonna jump on board with Rakes here, who's, well, having the sound issues, but it will be over soon. As He might get a shot at the quickest lap. Nope, he did not. Well, Rage Quit takes this first win pretty much uncontested. Has been super quick, up on front. Meshik obviously gets drive of the day because I think it takes the one with the most overtakes. And he's been starting very far down the grid, but still got a decent position up on top. I think 4th it was in the end. And yeah, generally, not necessarily the outcome I've expected. It's more of a like Season 3 outcome maybe, apart from Rage Quit. But Rage Quit taking the win, as said. Lewis in P2. We have Gorando in P3. He's been talking about, well, rather driving in Challenger so he can win something. But, well, I think P3 is a decent win for him. As, yeah, from P9, that is definitely an achievement. Meshi coming all the way from P16 to finish P4. Pro Ibaka in 5th in the end. Good debut for him. Bicorps getting decent points in P6, followed by Jack, making up quite a lot of ground as well from P19 to P7. Ershine lost some, but still got a decent points finish. Followed by Newf and Crew for the top 10. And then we have Dennis, Alex, Dunk, Kurtze, Rakes, Fabian, Jerry, DenH, and, well, Dommy with the DNF. To finish that grid here. So yeah, very nice opener. Rage Quit taking that point for the quickest lap as well. Lewis is just 5 seconds slower in the quickest lap than the guy ahead of him. It's insane. I mean, to be fair, everyone is 5 seconds slower, apart from the guys who pitted for softs and yeah, gone for a hot lap attempt in the end. But well, you've seen the 2 races. We've seen big races, full lobbies. Very happy to see that. Thank you all for joining again for season number 6 of Formula Sundays. And, well, goodbye from my side. Enjoy your evening and stay tuned for more.